I have a 2007 Honda Accord 6-cylinder. It's a very easy process to change the transmission fluid. All we gotta do is do a drain and fill of the transmission, and that's all we're gonna do today. What we need for a transmission fluid change, we're gonna need a drain pan. We need a funnel to pour a transmission fluid in. Also, we need 4 bottles of Honda transmission fluid and an empty milk gallon to pour used fluid into it. And then we don't need a whole tool set. All we need is this 3x8 ratchet, and this is the only thing we need. I'm gonna close this thing up. Don't need anything, and maybe a couple of kitchen towels to wipe the old dirty fluid. Here's the transmission fluid dipstick, the yellow one. So I'm going to pour the new transmission fluid in through the dipstick. You also have an option to pour the new fluid in using the special nut that's right there, right in the middle of the screen. It actually says ATF in the middle. I'm going to try to zoom that in, see if you can see it. So if you have a long neck extension to open that, you can totally use this one to pour the new fluid in. I'm going to use this the dipstick hole. I think that's more convenient for me. The dirty fluid is going to come out from the underside of the car. I'll show you. You don't need any jack stand or ramps to put the car on. Honda has made it really easy. Has made it super easy to access the drain plug, which is right here, the one with the silver washer on it, and it has a hole in the middle where you can put that 3/8 ratchet. So we're gonna just open it and drain the fluid out. So lefty loosey, righty tighty. Push it. Okay. There you go. So loosen this, take the ratchet out, and I'm gonna put the drain pan underneath this thing. Okay, there's a washer over there to make sure it won't fall in the drain pan. While this is draining, I'm going to clean up this drain bolt. So it's now nice and clean, nice and tidy. It was pretty dirty, had some black substance, some metal particles on it. So this part is magnetic, so it catches any of the metal particles. So this needs to be cleaned. And all right. So my righty tighty, yeah, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I'm gonna tighten this later. So I'm gonna start pouring the transmission fluid. I gotta find out how much came out so I can refill the car with the same quantity. And of course we'll check the dipstick to make sure we're not overfilling it or underfilling it. I'm checking to find out how much fluid came out. There's a gauge. So almost 4 quarts. Now I gotta keep in mind this is hot fluid, so it's expanded a little bit. This shows almost 4, and it's because it's a hot fluid. I'm gonna pour 3.75 quarts into the car, and we'll check that with a gauge. So here's this funnel I'm going to use to pour the transmission fluid in. As you can see, I've attached a little bit of an extension to it. I kind of made it my own extension. But I was trying to put this funnel in, but the hole here to check the transmission fluid, it was too far down, and my funnel wasn't going all the way down there. So all I did was put in a little bit of an extension to it, and now it easily peasily fits in. So there we go, and it kind of fits in. I want to make sure it fits in. So I'm gonna start pouring the new fluid in. So I'll keep doing that and pour about 3.75 quarts into the car. Okay, so already poured about 3 bottles in, so this is gonna be about 3.5 bottle. I'm gonna pour that in, and then I will check it later and top it off based on how much I need to pour. So, yep, 3.5 bottle. So, okay, and I'm gonna insert the transmission fluid dipstick in here and tighten up the drain plug. Okay, so just completed pouring 3.5 quarts of new fluid, and I'm gonna tighten the drain plug. So righty tighty. That's pretty good.